प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare। Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare। Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare। Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare। Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare। Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Kalachakra Prabhu. Dandot pranams.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandot pranam.
Yes, Prabhu. If you can just turn on your video.
Yes, Prabhu. Okay.
Hari Bol. Wonderful. I'll just stop the sharing. Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandot pranams. Thank you for your association. For the third consecutive day, ICC is privileged to have your association, Prabhu. Okay. Hare Krishna devotees, Dandot pranams. Welcome to the Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya on a Saturday morning. We'll be having the concluding part of the Stambha Dimba title topic, which we're having, talking about the baby from the pillar, which we have released in the last 2 days, and today is the concluding part. And we have the association of His Grace Kalachakra Krishna Prabhu. So Prabhu, over to you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. We'll start off. Sorry for the delay, Prabhu's Mataji. We'll immediately start off with the Mangalachan prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye nashtaprayesha bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhakti naishtiki Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutare Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroho Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakaanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabho Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkripa Tamaham Vande Shri Gurun Dinataranam Shri Paramananda Madhavam, Shri Chaitanya Maheshwaram, Namo Vishnu Bhagavata Namaste Saraswati Devata Bhagavani Charmi Vishnu Mari Paschatya Dharmi. Hare Krishna Prabhu's Matajis, thank you so much. In the midst of all your busy schedule, you spared some time. So we'll chant the special prayers of Nrsingadev and proceed with our final day discussion, meditation on Lord Nrsingadev's pastimes. Tomorrow is Nrsinga Chaturdasi, so it's a halfway to complete as of today, and then continuing on till tomorrow for the wonderful glorification of the Supreme Lord. Sri Nrsimha, Jai Nrsimha, Jai Jai Sri Nrsimha, Prahladesh Jaya Padmamukha, Padmabrangam, Ugram Viram Maha, Vishnum, Jwalantam Sarvatonmukham, Nrsimham Vishanam Bhadram, Mrityor Mrityor Namamyaham, Trai Veshtapor Bhayahasa Nrsimha Rupam, Krutva Brahmat Brukutidam Stakaral Bhaktram, Daityendramashu Padayapi Patantamarat, Purav Nipatya Vidadhar, Nakhay Hispurantam, गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि वागीशयस्य वदने लक्ष्मीयस्य च वक्षसि यस्यास्ति हृदये संवित्तं नृसिंहमहं भजे तं नृसिंहमहं भजे गर्जन्तं गार्जयन्तं निजभुजपटलं स्फोटयन्तं हतन्तं रूप्यन्तं तापयन्तं दिवि भुवि दितिजं क्षेपयन्तं क्षिपन्तं क्रन्दन्तं रोषयन्तं दिशि दिशि सततं संहरन्तं भरन्तं वीक्षन्तं पूर्णयन्तं कर्णिकर्षतये दिव्यसिंहं नमामि दिव्यसिंहं नमामि दिव्यसिंहं नमामि ॐ नमो भगवते नरसिंहाय नमस्तेजस्तेजसे आविराविर्भव वज्रनख वज्रदंष्ट्र कर्माशयान् रन्धय रन्धय तमो ग्रसग्रस ॐ स्वाहा अभयमभयमात्मनि भूयिष्ठा ॐ ह्रौं स्वस्तिस्तु विश्वस्य फलप्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया मनश्च भद्रं पजताददुक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। जय श्री श्री नृसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, भक्तरा श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद श्री लोक। Thank you, Prabhu Mataji. So we are proceeding with our discussion. Yesterday, we discussed the glorious qualities of Prahlad Maharaj. And continuing on with that, how it is so amazing that Prahlad Maharaj could exhibit all these qualities in such a young age. That is the greatest attraction about Prahlad Maharaj, isn't it? He was just hardly Arbaka, means Balaka, means just hardly 5 years old. And even though he was just 5 years old, he could, even though he was just 5 years old, he could have such an amazing absorption in consciousness that Krishna Graha Grihitatma, right? Saying that Manastaya Krishna Graha Grihitatma. Krishna Graha Grihitatma means it was so much, it's like a ghost, somebody when they are haunted by ghost or haunted by some particular graha, whatever they do, it will be influenced by that planet or they say that some spirit, subtle entities and all that, right? So it's like that. In fact, Prabhupada compares so beautifully that whatever Prahlad Maharaj is doing is simply just controlled by Krishna, controlled by the Lord, Supreme Lord. And he doesn't care what he is doing and whether he is walking or talking or whatever. That is why he couldn't understand why people are running after this material sense gratification like mad people. And they are even willing to risk their life and give up their life just for the sake of the Sukalesha Lavaya Dina. Brahmaji says in his prayers. Sukalesha Lavaya means just this little bit of sukha, to just obtain that tiny little bit of sukha, lesha lavaya dina, they are ready to go through any kind of embarrassments. Brahmaji says beautifully in this prayer, It's so amazing. The third canto, Brahmaji says this, and this is the thing that Prahlad Maharaj is going to highlight in the coming prayers, and but he could not understand how people are so madly running after sense gratification so much. This verse I will highlight to you. It's very, very important to meditate on these beautiful related verses from the other Mahajanas. See. That. Breast by yes. This is they are so much embarrassed. See the beautiful verse 397 it is. दैवेन ते हतधियो भवतः प्रसंगात् सर्वाशुभोपशमनात् विमुखेन्द्रिया ये कुर्वन्ति कामसुखलेशलवाय दीनाम् लोभाभिभूतमनसो अकुशलानि शश्वत्. See, amazing words these are. दैवेन ते हतधियो भवतः प्रसंगात्. Their hatadiya means their intelligence is destroyed by misfortune, daivenate, by fate or misfortune. Bhavatah prasangat, your prasangat. Bhavatah prasangat means they are bereft of attraction to your prasangat. Sarva ashubha upashamanat vimukhendriyaye. What is the effect of hearing about your glorification? Sarva ashubha upashamanat. Upashamanat means stop, come to a complete halt. All ashubhas will come to a complete halt simply by listening about your glorification, by meditating on your glorification. But these people are unfortunately vimukhendriya, they are vimukha, they are turned away from you. And because of that, they are being, their intelligence is being destroyed, bereft of the memory of what I am, constitutionally what I am, that they are lost. Kurvanti kama sukha lesha lavaya dina. This is the thing. Kama sukha lesha, kama sukha, their desire, to fulfill the desire, then once the desire is fulfilled, there will be a little bit of sukha. What is that? Lesha lava. Lava matra we say, no? Lesha lavaya dina. They are doing so much to just to get that little bit of that happiness. Lobha vibhuta manaso akushalani shashvat. Lobha abhibhuta means completely engrossed in or overwhelmed. Lobha abhibhuta. Lobha means extreme greed, right? Desire turns into extreme greed. Once they get little sukha, then they want more. So they're running after that. So lobha abhibhuta manaso. Their mind is completely filled with so much greed for simply lusty desire, fulfilling the lusty desires or sense gratification. Akushalani shashvat. There are two times this thing is used. This inauspicious. Ashubha, akushalani. Kushalani means that which is benedictory. Akushalani means that which is inauspicious activities. Always they are absorbed in akushalani shashvat. So that is why Brahmaji is praying, oh my Lord, persons who are bereft of the all auspicious performance of chanting and hearing about your transcendental activities are certainly unfortunate and are also bereft of good sense. There's no sense at all. Good sense is not there in these people. What we can do? They engage in inauspicious activities, enjoying sense gratification for a very little while. Just the that's all they want. Then for that they are constantly hunger, thirst, everything they are suffering, summer, heat, cold, everything they are suffering through. So much is there. That's why Prahlad Maharaj is also, he cannot understand why these people are running around like this. Krishna Graha Grihitatma, only those who are completely haunted by the mercy of the Lord, by the thoughts of the Lord, only they can understand how much people are suffering like this. Brahmaji was meditating on all these living entities compassionately. Right? Same way, Prahlad Maharaj is also saying, why these people are running after? But today it will be, stock will be high, tomorrow it will be low, today, day after today the land price will be low, tomorrow the land price will be high. These are all the basic things. And today one relationship will be good, tomorrow the relationship, same person who called you friend today will call you enemy tomorrow. And the day after thing they will say again, they will come back to you. Whenever they have something opportunistic, they will come. This is all temporary. And why people are all so much running after the psychiatrist and this so many this thing, relationship, this, that, etc. It's all Maya. The relationship itself is Maya, and to fix that Maya, you are going to spend so much money on all these people and all that. That is even not more. Simple thing is to come to Bhagavatam. Who can have a worse relationship than Prahlad Maharaj? Just think about it. Own father is wanting to kill him. Is there anything else that can be more, what do you say? Can it be more grievous than your own father trying to kill you? This is the important thing we should understand. And how he managed? Simply by taking shelter, complete shelter of the Supreme Lord. So that is why the moment you take shelter of Krishna Graha Grahitatma, when you are completely like haunted by Krishna, then what is the next thing that happens in the very next verse? Govinda Parirambitaha. Krishna comes and embraces us. He covers us and from protecting us from all kinds of dangerous things like cold. When you're going out in the cold, you don't have any protective covering. What will the mother or father do? They will just cover you within their shawl or within their hug or whatever. It gives you a warmth, isn't it? So that is the transcendental beauty of the love of the Supreme Lord. How much he loves his devotees, how much love the devotees also feel so protected. Nishankadev means protection. How much he was embracing Prahlad whenever Hiranyakashipu and all his demoniac associates were trying to disturb and torture him. Not only he protected him from the physical torture, he also protected Prahlad Maharaj from the mental torture. Anybody can guess what is that mental torture all about? Anybody? I think you had muted everybody, is it, Prabhu? People can't speak. Everybody can speak.
No? Still open.
Yeah, okay. So who can identify what was the mental torture that Prahlad had to go through?
That he was not allowed to recite the name of Supreme Lord.
Sorry?
He was
Yes.
stopped from pronouncing, taking the name of the
Very
Lord.
nice. Very nice. Very nice. Yes. Yes.
Stop from preaching
What other
also.
mental
Stop
torture
from
he had to go
preaching.
through?
Stop from openly preaching about the glories of the Lord.
Yeah, that is especially, yeah, that's an extension of what Mataji said. It's like Kirtanam and Shravanam, both he could not do either of this. And then what else?
He was forced
No.
to tell, Hiranyakashipu is the supreme personality of Godhead. But whereas he knows,
Of course, he
heard that.
didn't do.
He didn't do that.
He didn't do. He was stubborn. In fact,
Yes, Prabhu. But he was tortured, yeah. I'm telling.
he was
Prabhu, he
tortured.
didn't.
Yes.
Prabhu, he was in a way deprived of the association of devotees because he was amongst all these.
That is another nice point of mental torture. Yes, yes, yes. What else? How nice points are coming the moment we open up the discussion. Did you think about how much mental torture he had to go through when he was forced to study the subject matter which he was of not any use or of to his liking?
Yeah.
Yes,
Isn't it? Chanda and Amarka were forcing him to study Samadhan, Vedanta, this, that, politics, diplomacy. He was not at all interested in that, right? But he was forced to study that. That's a psychological torture, isn't it? But he was not affected. They were trying to torture him psychologically. But Krishna was completely, he was haunted by Krishna. His mind was only full with Krishna. So what eventually happened was, he became a source of torment for all these other people. That is the beauty of torture. That is the effect of torturing a devotee. If you torture a devotee, even before Krishna comes to punish you, he will mentally, the devotee will mentally torture you, right? That's what happened in Shanta and Amarka's case and Hiranyakashipu's case also. Hiranyakashipu was the lord of all the three worlds, as Prahlad Maharaj himself confirms. He just raised his eyebrow and Indra will pour rain. This side he raised the eyebrow, then the Vayu will blow air. This is how he was keeping them under control. Imagine, we raise our eyebrow, we can't get water from our own children, right? How much control he had on these people, all of them. But he lost his sleep. Imagine Hiranyakashipu lost his sleep because of Prahlad glorifying Krishna, doing bhakti. Can somebody imagine a small boy, that is his own son, making him lose his sleep? That's the beauty of a devotee. You know, if you torture a devotee, Krishna will make sure that you will be 100 times. You will face more torture than the torture that you are giving to the devotee. So this is how it is. Torture. He is not intending to give to torture them, but then Krishna will arrange it in such a way that they just can't tolerate. Right? It's really funny how to try to control devotee. Devotee will be so much happy, and the great best way by which they will torture this non-devotees is by being happy in Krishna consciousness. That's one thing which they can't have access to. The moment they see how these people are always chanting, always dancing, always happy, smiling, they don't have any money, they are smiling and laughing. They don't have any big possession, name, all these material fame and name and all that, but still they are happy. I am having everything, but still I am not getting. That's how they will be. Really, they will be. One thing is they'll be curious. Sincere people may come and ask us, "How can I get this happiness?" But the others who don't want to get to this process, they will be tortured mentally. That I am doing all these things, but I am not happy. But this person is not doing anything. Yeah, how can he be happy? So this is why. This is because Govinda Parirambita. Krishna is actually he is embracing. Imagine being embraced by the Lord. He's protecting. Embracing means he's giving his warm hug. He's protecting us. That is how the Lord is taking care of the children, the devotees, the devotees as their own father or mother. So this we saw. Now what happens? He is having all these qualities. Hiranyakashipu is thinking that after me, my demoniac son will come and rule. So I want to know what he is. So he's putting them in Gurukula. Prahlad Maharaj is put in the Gurukula. From the Gurukula, this Shukracharya is his priest. It's a namesake priest he is keeping. Like, I want this Homa, come on, you do this. I want this Yajna, come on, you do this. But whatever need to be done for material progress, he will make him do. Shukracharya was also doing, okay, as long as you give me my remuneration, I am happy doing it. So that's how he kept everybody in control. And Shukracharya's sons, Shanta and Amarka, they are also Brahmanas. So they were teaching in the Gurukula. So Hiranyakashipu is a what you call, until the point Prahlad started irritating him by this bhakti, Vishnu bhakti. He was actually a very loving father. This is again another symptom of a material love, right? So he calls him one day after he sends him to the Gurukul, the Shanta and Amala, they are teaching him. And when he calls Prahlad Maharaj to his place, and then make him sit on his lap, and then he wants him to. He's asked this beautiful question. It's in the 5th chapter. It comes in the 4th verse. Fourth verse. My dear son, he is beautiful. Hiranyakashipu took his son Prahlad on his lap and very affectionately inquired, My dear son, please let me know what you think is the best of all the subjects you have studied from your teachers. Correct question only. Answer is also correct only, which what Prahlad is going to give. But the problem is, the answer that Prahlad gave was not Hiranyakashipu was expecting, because the person as teachers whom he was referring to was Shanta and Amarka. But what Prahlad Maharaj was indicating as his teachers is Narad Muni, because he didn't consider anyone else other than Narad Muni as his guru. Because Narad Muni taught him in his womb, which is going to in his mother's womb, which is going to tell that secret to his classmates later. So now this he is telling this beautiful answer. What's the question? The question is a nice question. Please tell me, what do you think is the best of all the subjects you have studied from your teachers? Best of all the subjects. He thought Prahlad will speak something about politics, something about how to rule, how to keep everybody under control, this, that, etc. But Prahlad is answering beautifully in the 754. This is where the whole drama starts. Because Prahlad, Hiranyakashipu never expected these things from him. He thought, my son, he is not even exposed to the devotees anywhere. What can he do? He's saying, Tatsadu manye asuravarya dehinam sada samudvigna dhyam sagraha hitvatmapatam grihamandakupam manam gato yad harimashrayeta. 755, sorry. 755. This is the best verse. These verses under Prabhupada chanted so many times in his preaching. Whenever, if you ask any subject matter which Prabhupada repeated frequently, it was Prahlad's prayers and Prahlad's teachings. So many times he repeated in his preaching and conversations and so on. Tat sadhu manye. Whatever I have learned from my teachers is that Asura Varya Dehi, he is addressing to the Lord, his father as Asura Varya Dehi. Very, very important to understand the mood of Prahlad Maharaj and what a devotee would see, how a devotee will see this world. He did not see Hiranyakashipu as a demon. He saw him as a soul inside the body of a demon. This is the important thing we should know. Asura Varya Dehi. Asura Varya means class of demons. Dehi means one who is inside that Deha, the soul. So when you see a person like that only, we can be truly nirvaira. That is what the quality has been delineated again and again about Prahlad Maharaj by all the places where we saw, right, so far, last 2 days. So Satsadu Manye Asura Varya Dehinam. Oh, my dear father, who is inside the body of a demon, please see here, this is what I learned. Sada samudvigna dhyam asagrahat. Same like what Brahmaji's verse we were discussing just now. Samudvigna means completely anxious, worries, full of worries. Sada samudvigna, full of worries and always full of worries. Not for just a few moments. Always full of worries. Dhyam, their intelligence is always troubled and they are not able to sleep in the night. Aknya pratartha, nishi nishayana, Brahmaji says. Nishayana, nishi, night. Nishi means night. Nishayana means no sleep. Both day and night, they are not able to sleep at all because of those constantly tortured by this anxiety. Sada samudvigna dhyam asagrahat. Why they are always samudvigna? Because they are grabbed, caught hold of asat. Right? This is what we always say, no? That whatever we think as asset, our asset. My car is an asset, my house is an asset, my job is an asset, etc. They are all asat. Asat means temporary. Whatever we call this word asset comes from asat word, right? So this dhyam asat graha, their mind is always grabbing hold of things which are temporary and frivolous. I say they're always in anxiety. So what they should do? Hitva atmapatam. Give up your household with this thing and go to the place where spiritual culture or our Krishna consciousness is prevalent, is full. Hitvatma patam griham andakopam. This is a blind well. Once you go in, don't know which snake bites when. Full of envious snakes. Griham andakopam vanam gatoyad harimashayata. Go to a place where like a Vrindavana or any Dham or any place where Krishna glorification is complete. And please take shelter of Harimashayata. Take shelter of the Supreme Lord Hari. This is what I learned. The best lesson I would learn from my teachers. Initially, Hiranyakashipu thought, what small child, somebody must have come in the garb of a demon. These devotees, for demons, devotees are evil people. So he's saying, somebody must have come in the garb of a demon and would have spoiled the brain of this innocent child. So initially he just wants the Shandana, please take care of this boy properly. He is my king's son, VIP. So treat him properly, teach him, give him separate special education. Don't put along with all others in the crowd. He may get spoiled otherwise. Then the Shanta Namarka are a bit worried. What happened? We were only teaching all this politics, diplomacy, but this one is speaking something else. So they take him to the side separately and they softly ask him first. Then they threaten him. They try to beat him. They tell him, "You tell me, where did you get this knowledge? This is so inauspicious for us. This is not at all befitting you as a son of such a great king as Hiranyakashipu, right?" And at that time, let us speak something beautifully. He speaks some beautiful verses. Let's go to these verses where Prahlad is speaking. Verse number 11 onwards. The Shanta and Amarka are telling, how has this pollution come on you? Wow. How is it possible that you can even be polluted like this? This is not at all befitting you. 7, 5, 11. I will see only the translation. Prahlad Maharaj replied, "Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose external energy has created the distinctions of my friend and my enemy by deluding the intelligence of men. Indeed, I am now actually experiencing this, although I have previously heard of it from authoritative sources." Who is the authoritative source here for Prahlad Maharaj? Narad Muni. Yeah, so he already heard it from Narad Muni. But he never experienced it. Being a small child, he doesn't know what is this Shatru, Mitra, all these things, right? And he's telling that the heart is coming into these people also by the arrangement of Krishna. See how beautiful it is. Krishna's Maya is creating this situation that two people are fighting, two people are calling each other as enemies, friends, etc., etc. And now I'm actually experiencing this. Seeing these people, they are supposed to be teachers who are supposed to teach us good things, but they are teaching us all this negative education, negative knowledge. And you treat this person as enemy. Anybody who is helping you, keep them as your friend. Anybody who is opposing you, keep them as your enemy. Like that and all they're teaching to a small child. And then he goes further. Verse number 13. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead is pleased with the living entity because of his devotional service, one becomes a Pandit and does not make distinctions between enemies, friends, and himself. Intelligently, he thinks every one of us is an eternal servant of God. And therefore, we are not different from one another. So he's saying that even for the quality of Samadarshina in a devotee comes when the Lord is pleased with our devotion. You see, that's the beauty of this. Anuprataha means the Lord is pleased with you. That is what he is telling. We are not different from one another. So the Lord is pleased, and then he gives us the Samadarshi quality with which we are able to see everybody is equal. Nobody is my enemy. Nobody is. If two people are fighting, also they are both are. They are just temporary. Maya is creating this, but actually they are all Atma. And then he goes further in verse number 13. Sorry. Persons who always think in terms of enemy and friend are unable to ascertain the super soul within themselves. Powerful statement. See, we always tend to go into Nrsimha appearing from the pillar, then he is killing, and those are also transcendental. The Lord is appearing, of course, that's a beautiful thing. But why the Lord appeared? Because of Prahlad Maharaj's qualities. If we want to follow the footsteps of Prahlad Maharaj, these are the things which we have to meditate on. In fact, whole of the seventh canto is full with Prahlad Maharaj's transcendental qualities, not so much as Krishna's thing, right? Or even any other subject matter, right? So those who are able to see the super soul, Paramatma in their hearts, they are never able to distinguish my friend, my enemy, etc. Not to speak of them, even such exalted persons as Lord Brahma, who are fully conversant with the Vedic literature, are sometimes bewildered in following the principles of devotional service. Same Supreme Personality of Godhead who has created the situation has certainly given me the intelligence to take the side of your so-called enemy. So-called enemy. You are saying that he's enemy, but he's not enemy. He's not enemy for me. And you are thinking that I'm taking his side. And I have not taken any sides. Prabhupada writes beautifully in the purport that you don't know how much the Lord has favored me. I was supposed to have been killed in the womb. The Devatas were about to kill me in the womb. And but Narada Muni protected me. Krishna sent Narada Muni to protect me. And not only that, throughout my painful period inside the Garbha, because Hiranyakashipu was meditating for a long time. So Prahlad Maharaj was also in the womb for a long time. And how much Krishna has favored me, you don't know. People thought that, he was just protected and then came back. But Narada Muni gave secret knowledge to me, by which he protected not only while I was in the womb, but for the whole of my lifetime, he has given me the education to protect me. How much he is merciful, how much the Lord is merciful. Then he gives that beautiful, beautiful golden verse. In this verse, we have to all recite verse number 14. यथा भ्राम्यत्ययो ब्रह्मन् स्वयं आकर्ष सन्निधौ तथा मे विद्यते चेत chakrapaneryadruchaya. Can somebody read the translation? This is the best of verses of so far what is spoken.
I'll read, Prabhu. O Brahmanas, teachers, as iron attracted by a magnetic stone moves automatically toward the magnet, my consciousness, having been changed by his will, is attracted by Lord Vishnu, who carries a disc in his hand. Thus, I have no independence. Krishna.
This is how a pure devotee's state of existence will be. He has no independence. Prahlad Maharaj is openly declaring, I have no independence. Krishna has occupied me so much that anything I do, he is only making me do. I am not doing anything independently. We all talk about free will, free will. The real devotion starts when we don't have free will, when we don't exhibit that free will. You can use the free will to go to say, you think that, I'm going here, I'm going there, whatever. But it is only free to will. It's not free to act. You see the difference between those things. It is simply you can desire, that's all. That desire is, you can desire. But after that, anything you have to do, it has to be done by Krishna only. Right? And the power to desire also Krishna is only giving. So where is the question of independence? That's how devotee thinks. Right? Just like the magnet is there, iron is automatically attracted. Nobody has to tell the iron that, oh, now magnet is going to go, please get attracted to the magnet. No. Automatically my consciousness, by being changed by his will, my consciousness been changed. This is how devotee state of existence is. And Prahlad Maharaj is so beautifully revealing this. It's natural. Prabhupada says it's not an artificial imposition, like a child going to the mother, we are going to Krishna. All these things are proved by this verse, right? So after this, the Chanda and Namarka, they become very upset and angry, and they're threatening him with a stake. And Prahlad Maharaj doesn't speak anything. Okay, let it be. These are all not the people whom I have to convince. I have a bigger person to convince. So he's keeping quiet. They are teaching all material knowledge, everything. Then they think that, okay, this person is sufficiently learned. And then they dress him nicely and then take him to his father again and say, okay, now, oh dear king, we have made sure that he's learned all the subject matter properly. And you please ask whatever question you want. Now again, it comes in verse number 21. Now Hiranyakashipu again takes Prahlad Maharaj on his lap. His tears are gliding down. Oh, he's such a nice boy. He's learned, listened to my words properly, and he's learned everything going there. And then he's smelling his head, just like how how the father will see his son. Then after that, he's asking the same question again. Please repeat to me whatever you think is the best of that knowledge. You have learned so many things from your teachers. Please think. Same question is asking again. Best of subject, best of knowledge. And now comes the thunderbolt. What Prahlad Maharaj says? Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atmanivedanam Iti Punsapita Vishnu Bhaktischennava Lakshana Priyeta Bhagavatyadda Tanmanye Adhitam Uttamam. Adhitam Uttamam. What is the best of knowledge? Best of knowledge is this. That the 9 processes of devotional service, please, these are all the accepted as a pure devotional service. One who has dedicated his life to the service of Krishna through these 9 methods should be understood to be the most learned person, for he has acquired the complete knowledge. He was dedicated his life. Iti pumsa arpita Vishnu bhaktischennava lakshana. Right? Kriyeta Bhagavati Adha. Completely they have been taken over by Krishna. As soon as Hiranyakashipu hears this, he becomes so upset and angry. Immediately he shouts at the Shandamarka, right? We know that's the thing. Oh, you told you taught my son properly, and you're teaching all these nonsense things about Vishnu, this bhakti and all that. It's a big insult to our Daitya clan. How come you do this? How can you do this? Then this time Shandamarka became upset. My game, oh Lord, you don't get upset at us. We are teaching properly only. And that time they are saying something beautifully. Is there verse number 28? Whatever your son Prahlad said was not taught to him by me or anyone else. We have not taught. His spontaneous devotional service has naturally developed in him. They also know about devotional service, and they also know the process. Therefore, please give up your anger and do not unnecessarily accuse us. It is not good to insult a Brahmana in this way. So they are retaliating to Hiranyakashipu now. Now Hiranyakashipu is surprised. How come these people are also not teaching? He got to the Prahlad, where did he get this? Then he says, immediately he turns in anger towards Prahlad Maharaj. He says, rascal, fool, if these teachers are running, where did you go and learn these things? Come on, you tell me, where did you get this lesson from? This is the third question he is asking. First question, the same question is repeated. What is the best of knowledge you learn from your teachers? 2 times both same question. Now he's saying, from where did you get this knowledge from? Then, see, this Prahlad Maharaj is a source of all anxiety to Hiranyakashipu. Why? Because anytime the question is asked, he doesn't give right answer. I mean, direct answer. He tells all answers in an indirect way only. So what does he do? He tells Matirna Krishna, verse number 30 onwards, right? 30 onwards, 3 verses are there. Prabhupada always taught these 3 verses in all his classes, conversations, everything. So lovingly he was teaching. Sri Prahlad Matirna Krishne Parata Svatova To Vipadyeta Graha Vratana Andaya Thande Rupani Yamana. Oh, sorry, sorry. Matirna Krishna, third line I changed, sorry about it. Adanta Gobe Vishatanta Mishram. Let's read all 3 verses together. Nate viduswarta gatim ki Vishnu sadurashayaye bahirardhamanina andaya rupaniyamanah epi shatantriam burudam nibhatta ishamati Tavadurukramangriyam Vishatyanartha Pagamo Yadattah Mahiya Sampadarajo Vishekam Krishkin Chananam Vrinitayavat. And then he stopped. Now you see the cruelty of Prahlad Maharaj upon Hiranyakashipu. Really, I'm telling you, Prahlad has been really, really cruel to Hiranyakashipu. Because what he asked, where did you learn from? Simply, he should have told Narad Muni or whatever. The direct answer he should have given. My Guru, Devrishi, Narad Muni, whatever. Instead, he is telling Hiranyakashipu that Matirna Krishna Paratasato. Even if I tell you, you cannot understand. You cannot understand by yourself, nor if I teach you, nor by a combination of both, you don't have the intelligence to understand. Why? Because you are Briha Brata. You have taken a Brata to enjoy your self gratification. And because you have taken a Brata to enjoy your self gratification, your senses are uncontrolled. Adanta Gobi. Vishatam Kamishram. You have fallen into the deep depth of material enjoyment. And because of that, what you do? Again and again, you are doing the same thing. And if I teach you, how will you understand? This is the way he is doing negative preaching. The what you call this opposite preaching. Trigger curiosity, because Hiranyakashipu, if you tell directly, you will not understand. Even if people know. So our devotees also many times follow the same method with some of these most demoniac people. They don't teach directly; they tell indirectly, right? So he's saying your senses are uncontrolled. Even if I tell you, how will you understand? You cannot understand. If I tell you, my Guru Maharaj Narad Muni taught me when I was in the womb, you will not believe it. You say, what small child in the womb, how will he learn? This is all nonsense. He will tell like that. You don't know the subtle, causeless mercy of the Supreme Lord. And then he goes further. Nate vidu swartha kadim hi Vishnu. Swartha gati is Vishnu, taking shelter of the Supreme Lord. Once the real interest for the Atma, real benefit for the Atma is Vishnu gati, you will not know. Who? Why? Because Durashaya Bahirarthamanina. You want to enjoy so much in this material world, you are seeing everything external only as a thing. This is why Prahlad Maharaj is the best of preachers. Why? Because he simply did not answer. He wanted to teach lesson to all the future generation of people like us also, and future who are going to come after us also. Because using Krishna, this Hiranyakashipu's questions to preach to those who are materially so absorbed, so immersed. Right? When we see this thing, we will able to appreciate. Right? Durashaya Bahirartama, Anda Yatande Rupaniya Manas. You are Anda, your leader is also Anda. You are treating them, both of you fall into the ditch. Right? And because the material life is so full of cord, like tight cord that is made of the three cords, the material modes, you cannot understand. How can I tell you? But there is a way to understand. There is 2 verses he told why you cannot understand. The third verse he says there is one way, at least one solution, one way to method to understand finally. And this is what made Hiranyakashipu really furious. What did he say? The way you can understand with all this material, you've taken Vrata to enjoy material life. For you, there's only one way to understand about the subject matter, who teaches and all these things. How? You have to smear upon your body the dust of the lotus feet. You do Maha Abhishekam. The dust from the lotus feet of the pure devotees of Krishna, who is completely free from material contamination. Anartha apagamo yadapta. He is completely free of all anarthas. Mahiyasam, there's such great people, Pada Rajo Abhishekam. If you can take the Pada Duli, Bhakta Padulan to do Abhishekam, then you can have an opportunity, then you have probably a possibility to know this thing. What an amazing verse. And this really, really made Hiranyakashipu furious. I don't even like Vishnu. And you are telling that I have to take the dust of the lotus feet of Vishnu devotees? How much more niche you can be? How much more low you can go? Right? Immediately he throws him off the lap. This is the beauty of material love. Just a little while ago, he was crying, he was smelling his head, he was tears were coming, and he was hugging, and he was blessing, putting on his lap. He's throwing off the lap, just like Kamsa also he was doing today. Again and again the same thing happens, right? This is what we are facing in this material world also. The love that we are seeing, people constantly have their problems. Why? Because we are catching hold of anartha sartha, right? So he throws him out, and then he says that now go torture him, you kill him, you give all kinds of torture to him, unless and until he gives up this Vishnu Bhakti. He's like a, what do you call, in the sandalwood, the tree of a forest of sandalwood, he has come as like a thorn tree. And Vishnu is using him as an axe, the wood for the axe. Vishnu is the axe, and he's the wood for the axe. And he's cutting all the sandalwood trees, which is thinking is the demons, the Daitya family, right? So then these people go and do all kinds of things which they're throwing him in the cliff, giving poison, starving him, and making him, elephant to crush him, and all kinds of torture they are doing. But because Prahlad Maharaj was 100% protected by the Supreme Lord, Hiranyakashipu cannot do anything to him, and he became anxious. Again, this is how Prahlad Maharaj gave anxiety to Hiranyakashipu. He made the whole one who is controlling the whole universe, material universe, he became just a small boy. He doesn't have any weapon, he doesn't have any strong body, his own son. Still, he gave sleepless nights to Hiranyakashipu. And then he was starting to doubt his own power. Why? Because he was thinking that this power is what is going to control me and control the whole world. Then he was doubtful and he was really anxious. At the time, the Shanta and Amarka come and give him advice. My dear Lord, when you raise your abro, all these people are running away in fear. Remember, small boy, don't you will teach him, and we will bring him back. This gives us the third opportunity. Then he gives them, okay, fine, you go and take him. Then they go and take him. You know the story. They were go again and again they were teaching, but in between there was a break. They went for a break. Krishna actually took him for a break. So then Prahlad Maharaj took that opportunity, teach the children, the classmates, that those two chapters are the best of chapters, 6th and 7th chapter. Kaumaram acharet prajnaha dharman bhagavataniha durlabham manusham janma tadapyadruvam arthadam. When the boys were asking to go and play, he says, no, this time is for Bhagavad Dharma. Because Manusham, Durlabham Manusham Dharma, Manusham Janma, this Janma is very, very rare. Tadapya Adruvam Arthadam. It's very, very temporary, but still it is the most valuable thing. Let's study, let's discuss more about Bhakti, let's discuss more about Krishna's glories. And then these people, he started teaching all the wonderful lessons that he learned from Narad Muni. But then finally the classmates asked this question, oh Prahlad, we didn't know how you got association of all this. Where did you learn all this knowledge from? Again, they are asking the same question. But when Prahlad Maharaj, when Hiranyakashipu asked the same question, he didn't answer directly. But when the devotees, classmates are asking, he answered directly. That he tells the whole story how the demigods were taking when Hiranyakashipu went for meditation. The demigods took his mother away, and she was crying, and Prahlad was inside the womb. And Narad Muni came and told them, "No, he's a devotee. You cannot kill him. Please leave them alone." And then Kayadu was taken to Narad Muni's ashram. Narad Muni was teaching Bhakti to the science of bhakti to Kayadu, but she was not able to listen fully. But then, as a child in the womb, Prahlad Maharaj learned all the story he gives, and then the knowledge also. Then these children became so happy the day we got a teacher, wonderful teacher. The Shantan Tamaka are really boring. They're just simply teaching the same thing and learn this, learn that, etc., etc. But Prahlad is giving us the most joyful thing for us, and everybody become devotees. And now Shanta and Amarka, when they come back, they see that, hey, my Lord, now this Prahlad is becoming even more dangerous. Initially, we thought he is the only incorrigible person. Now he makes everybody devotee. Now Hiranyakashipu will literally kill us. So they go and surrender to Hiranyakashipu, saying, "Sorry, my Lord, your son is really something else. He's acting like being haunted by this Krishna Bhakti. I don't know what it is. He's now turning everybody into devotees. If he stays for some more time in the ashram, we will also become devotees. So please take him back." How Hiranyakashipu becomes so furious, and comes the go to the 8th chapter, you see how he was so furious that he was literally he was about to kill. He took everything in his own hands. Maybe the other people were not very intelligent to kill you. Let me kill you with my own hands. Then he falls, Hiranyakashipu, He's telling verse number 5, 8785. He says, "O most impudent, most unintelligent disruptor of the family, who lowest of mankind, you violated my power to rule you, and therefore you are an obstinate fool. Today I shall send you to the place of Yamaraja." Then again he asks the final question: where did you get this power from? How, by whose power, you rascal, who have become so impudent that you appear fearless and overstep my power to rule you? This is how he is asking, whose power? Now here also, Prahlad could have simply said, Lord Vishnu gave me the power, Krishna gave me the power. No, here also again indirect only. Because he wants to tease Hiranyakashipu in the sense, he's telling, the source of my power is the same as the source of your power, my dear father. So he's not telling who is the source. You find out. You see, you are calling me now. If you are saying that this Vishnu has given me the power, then we should be the source of your power also. Then Hiranyakashipu becomes so this thing. No, verse number 7, 8, 9 we have to study. This is the last of the verse that last two of the verses that Prahlad Maharaj speaks to preach to Hiranyakashipu. There's a subtle thing going on between the Lord and Prahlad. These things will not be revealed externally, but it's a subtle interaction going on between the Lord and Prahlad. The Lord is telling Prahlad, right? Prahlad, you have preached enough. It's time for me to come out and finish him. No, I cannot allow this guy to torture you anymore or continue his ranting. And Prahlad saying, my dear Lord, please give me one opportunity. I will try to preach to him. This may be useful for many Hiranyakashipus who will be coming in the future. I will try my best to preach to him. First he says, the source of your power is the same. Source of my power is the source of your power. Not only your power and my power. Everybody's power is him only. And then he tells beautifully, always calling enemy, enemy, enemy. There's no one is enemy. Your own mind is enemy. That's the verse 7, 8, 9. Please, these are all the verses that I'm highlighting. They are all important verses to learn by heart. So he's saying beautifully, Jahya suram bhavam imam tvamatmanah samo manodhatsva nasanti vidvishaha rite jitadatmana utpate stitat taddi anantasya mahat samarhanam. This is the last but one verse of Prahlad's teaching to Hiranyakashipu before it's going to be finished, right? So such an amazing verse, easy to remember. 7, 8, 9. 7th canto, 8th chapter, 9th verse. Here also you see what is the speciality of this verse. Jahi means conquer, asuram bhavam. He's not calling him asura. He's calling this asura bhav that you have, imam to mahatmanaha, that you have cultivated by your material association with the material nature. Samamano datsva, na santi vidvishaha. There's nobody in this world to hate. Keep everybody equally. Samam, be equal to everybody. Be equal to everybody. Hrite ajitat, atmana utpati asitat, atmana utpati. This mind continuously creates desires. Hey, my desire is fulfilling this. He will be my desire.
There is no official declaration of
Against my desire, he will be my enemy.
as of now. And travel is it safe to travel ante the foreign.
So, so he's saying that Jahyasuram bhavam imam tvam atmanah samam manodhatsva santi vidvishaha. Nobody is your enemy. Jitat atmana utpatesita. That mind is there, no, which is creating so many this thing about he is my friend, he is my enemy. This is the place I will get happiness. That is the place I will get all this is continuous. That mind is the greatest enemy. If you can just find that one enemy alone and control him, taddi anantasya mahat samarhan. That's the greatest way of worshipping the Lord. You don't have to do anything else. Simply keep the mind under control. So all the chanting, reading, discussion, everything that we do is to bring that rebellious mind and forcefully push it under the lotus feet of Krishna. Savai Krishna Padarandai. That is what it's supposed to do. I'm sorry, time is also of the essence. If you have 5 minutes, then we can go further about a little bit about Prahlada's, little glimpse into Prahlada's how he approached the Lord after his killing. Otherwise, you'll stop here. I'm sorry. I couldn't complete the whole story. But anyway, Lord Nrsimhadev is appearing tomorrow only. Until then, you all can meditate on the remaining chapters. It's not. I mean, I just let the thing flow by Krishna's arrangement. I didn't have any plan to, say, okay, let's complete quickly, go here, quickly go there. In fact, 6th and 7th chapter we rushed through. There are so many beautiful verses in just those 2 chapters. Actually, if we have to do Narsingh Katha, we should meditate the whole day on this 7th canto only. Whole day, every single verse we should read and enjoy, read and enjoy, read and enjoy. Nothing to do, actually. You all are fully qualified and equipped, the right satsanga and right association and right intelligence also. So please keep this thing maybe between today and tomorrow. Maybe get together as a group and discuss the glorious pastime of Lord Nrsimhadev and Prahlad Maharaj. Any questions, comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, if it's only 5 minutes, please continue, Prabhu. Nectar can
5
continue.
minutes. My 5 minutes is like Brahma's 5 minutes.
I didn't want to say that. No, but it was real nectar. Real nectar.
So actually, there is so many wonderful things about Nrsimhadev's appearance itself. I was thinking I might do that, but Nrsimhadev said, no. This person is coming. Please give me one chance, Nrsimhadev. I will preach and make him into a devotee. Nrsimhadev says, this is the last chance I am giving you, Prahlad. If you are not making him a devotee, I am coming out. So Prahlad tried his best. That it couldn't happen. Even though this preaching that he did to Hiranyakashipu did not turn Hiranyakashipu into a devotee, because he is already a devotee. He's just covered demon. That's what Prahlad Maharaj is saying. But his real intent was to give this message to all of us who don't have the power of Hiranyakashipu, but want to be like Hiranyakashipu in terms of enjoyment. So that's why Nrsimhadev said, okay, now your time is over, my time to come. So he comes out of the pillar. And then comes the whole thing where he asked, where you are talking always about, you are always talking about that Lord who is present everywhere. Is he in the pillar? He's asking that. Then comes the verse 7, 8, I think 17. Satyam vidhatum nijabritya bhashitam vyaptim cha bhuteshu akileshu chatmanah adrishyatadyadbhuta रूपमुद्वहन् स्तम्भे सभायां namrugam namanusham. Now comes the Lord to prove that the statement of his servantship, Prahlad Maharaj, was substantial. In other words, to prove that the Supreme Lord is present everywhere. Even within the pillar of an assembly hall, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari exhibited a wonderful form never before seen. The form was neither that of a man nor that of a lion. Thus the Lord appeared in his wonderful form in the assembly hall. So here the Lord appears. Adrishyatam adbhutam rupam udvahan. It never was seen before. Even Lakshmi Devi has not seen this form. She has seen all other forms, but this form she has not seen. Right? He's so angry. His anger was coming out as fire. And especially he wanted to prove the words of the Prahlad Maharaj true. Now, one thing we have to note here is that Prahlad was not telling that he is in the pillar. He said he is present everywhere, Sarvavyapi. The Lord is present everywhere. So why can't he be in the pillar? He will be in the pillar also. It's not he's only in the pillar. This pillar is everywhere. Because Hiranyakashipu asked this question, the Lord became a baby of the pillar, Stambha Dimba. You see, and he came out as in that beautiful form, transcendental form, which is never seen before, never seen after. It is all to show his Bhakta Vatsalyata. For the pleasure of my devotees, for protecting my devotees, I can come in any form. If really Krishna wanted, he would have simply said to Vayudevan, why Bhagavan, that you stop blowing for some time, Hiranyakashipu will automatically die, isn't it? But he didn't do that. He came to personally protect Prahlad Maharaj, to show to the world that what I will do if my devotee is tortured, what I will do when my devotee has so much faith in me and forgets about everything else and just focusing on offering prayers to me and completely surrendering to me in service. That's the beauty. And one thing I will tell you, if you don't mind, of course, he kills. That part is transcendental thing. He completes, and then all the other devas pray. They are all offering prayers so beautifully, but the Lord is not pleased. His anger did not come down, isn't it? So Brahma is perplexed. What should we do now? We thought Hiranyakashipu is really ferocious, but the Lord has become even more ferocious than him. How can we appease the Lord? He's totally, his anger is out of control. Lakshmi Devi also goes to the side. She says, I can't do anything. Then, 9th chapter, beginning, few verses, you have to see this couple of verses. Let's see this beginning. Now, Brahmaji is telling that Prahlad, you and your father are the cause of the Lord coming like this. One is dead, you are the only one alive. I cannot make Hiranyakashipu alive by putting that Kamandalu and all. Now the Lord has killed him finally. So he is dead. He cannot answer why the Lord has come like this. No, you go and appease the Lord. Prahlad had no hesitation. He was not afraid of the Lord. Because why would a lion cub will be afraid of the mother lion? Right? It just goes directly. And then some beautiful verses to see what is the mood with which Prahlad is approaching the Lord. See here, some nice verses. Tatheti 7-9-4. तथेति शनकैराजन् महाभागवतोर्वकः उपेत्य भुवि कायेन ननाम विद्रुताञ्जलिः. Such an amazing thing. This verse, this shows how the mood of a devotee when he approaches the Lord for prayers. You not just straight away go and say prayer. You have certain mood to be cultivated, humble mood to be cultivated. What did he do? He gradually, Shanakai Rajan, he did not go. See, all these people could not please, but I am now the person to please the Lord. Nobody could do it. Even Lakshmi Devi could not do it either. No, not like that. Humbly is going. Shanakai, Tateti Shanakai Rajan. What is saying? Mahabhagavata or Bhagavata. He's a small boy, but he's a Mahabhagavata. And Upetya Bhuvikayana. Upetya means what? Gradually going near. He's going very near to the Lord. His Lord is so furious. All the planets and everything is thrown into haywire. Then Upetya Bhuvikayana. His body is Bhuvikaya means body. Completely fall flat in front of the Lord. And Nanama Vidrichandra is doing offering namaskar like this, falling down. Vidruta Anjalihi. This word is very important. Anjali means paying obeisance. But Vidruta, Dhruta means snatching, like Dhritarashtra is snatching the Rashtra from the Pandavas, right? But he, Vidruta means not snatching anything. Like Draupadi raised her hand like this, or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda, they raised their hand like this without any hands. Don't go into the pockets of your kurta when you're dancing. You raise your hand, right? No worries. Purse will fall off, mobile phone will fall off, nothing like that. Vidrita Anjalihi, our offering to the Supreme Lord, our prayers to the Supreme Lord should be without holding on to anything with us. Nothing should be holding away. Next, what happens is the most beautiful verse. Swapadamule patitam tamarbakam vilokya devah kripaya pariplutah उत्ताप्यतच्छीर्ष्ण्यदधाकराम्बुजं कालाहि वित्रस्तधियां कृताभयम्. Amazing verse. If you want to take one verse, which is the most unique verse in Bhagavatam, the 7th canto, this is the verse. See, now you see, revert to what you try to understand. Sopada mule, patitam tabarbakam. That Arbaka, 5-year-old boy, has patitam, has fallen at my feet. Sopada mule, he's fallen at the road. So soul of the core of the lotus feet of the Lord, soul of the lotus feet of the Lord. Vilokya, the Lord is seeing him. All these are afraid and running away, and this one is falling without any fear. Vilokya, Devaha means who? The Supreme Lord, Narsimhadev himself. Vilokya Devaha Kripaya. He's become completely a costless mercy. Your own father tortured you so much, but still you kept your faith in me. And Pariplutaha. This is the key word in this whole verse. Very much afflicted in ecstasy. Now I am asking a question. Who is Pariplutaka here?
Lord Narsimhadev.
Yes, Lord Narsinghadev became ecstasy upon seeing the beautiful devotional service of Prahlad Maharaj. Uttapya Tachirshni, he lifted him up, and on his Srishni means head. Adadat Karam Bhujam, touches his head with his lotus hands. And Kala, what is the power of the lotus hand? Kala hi vitrasta dhyam kutabhayam. Even the fear of death will be driven away as soon as you are blessed by the touch of the lotus hands of the Lord. See the thing here. Now, after this, the verse, you will see Prahlad Maharaj's ecstasy. Satatkara sparshatutha kila shubha sapadya bhivyakta paratma darshanaha tatpada padmam hridi nirvrito dadau hrishyatanuh klinna hridashrulochanaha. Amazing. Now, Satatkara sparsha, the Supreme Lord has touched his thing, Prahlad's head with his lotus hand. Duta Akila Ashubha, all the Ashubhas are all completely gone. Whatever Ashubha might be there, that is all completely gone. Even traces of last traces also. Sapadi Abhivyakta, Paratma Darshana. When all the dirts are gone, completely purified, that's when you can actually see the Lord face to face completely in his pure transcendental glories. Paratma Darshanaha. Then what happens? Tatpada Padmam, Hridi Nirvrito Dadau. He captured the lotus feet of the Lord and put it inside his heart. And then what happens? Three things happens after that. This is what we should see as the symptom of pure devotional service. If at all I call myself a devotee, these three things should happen. Krishyat tanuhu, all transcendental ecstatic blisses manifested, all the symptoms, no romansa compass, all these things manifest in my body. But that is not the only thing. Klinnakrit, heart should be really soft due to mercy, due to causeless mercy, and that ecstasy should turn your heart into like a sponge. It should be. Klinnakrit Ashrulochanaha. His tears are flowing from his eyes. Now you see how the process works. We do sincere devotional service without any expectations. And then it actually makes the Lord ecstatic. And by the Lord's ecstasy, we get ecstasy. That's how it works. I cannot go around and Lord, please give me ecstasy, please give me ecstasy. That is all material thing. Material way of looking at the ecstasy. The Lord has to be forced to become ecstatic in seeing our loving devotion to Him. Then, Yasmin Tushte Jagat Tushtam. So when He is pleased, He gives Sattva Shattvas also. Then the ecstasy He gives to us also. That is a proper way of the flow of ecstasy. So after this, the prayers start. We'll stop here. All those things we will be hearing tomorrow anyway. Today evening, tomorrow, whatever time that is. What an amazing pastime from Mataji's. I know it is. I took a little more time, but still, it doesn't do justification to this glorious pastime of the Lord. We should read all these things without keeping our watch and our hunger and our sleep and all these things in mind. Only then we can truly relish this particular pastime. Thank you so much. I'll stop here. Maybe because the time is also the essence.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you for the real nectar. It was really amazing. Time was flying, though we wanted to hear more and more. But yes.
I'm sorry.
No, it was not sorry. It was very, very pleasure for all of us. So, devotees, I just opened the line, so please feel free to share your reflections.
We have time for questions? Fine. Yeah, reflections also. Thank you.
I don't have any questions, Prabhu. You are your knowledge is so much. We are just a small particle in front of you. Only I just wanted to tell, no doubt, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asking Gadadhar Pandit to read again and again about Prahlad Maharaj, this one. So, yes. Thank you so much.
There's a reason why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was repeatedly asking, right? Please tell me about Prahlad, please tell me about Prahlad. Guru, Dhruva and Prahlad are the repeatedly he will ask about them only.
Yes.
They are the emblem of devotion, pure devotional service.
Thank you so much for the wonderful classes, Prabhu. Dandavat.
Dandavat Pranam. We'll stop here. Prabhu.
Krishna,
So wish you all a very, very happy Narasimha Jayanti. Please absorb yourselves in the Kirtanam and Smaranam and Shravanam of the Supreme Lord, most unique Lord. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Shri Vignamanash Krishna Kade Bhagavan ki jai. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai. Tagore Pramanande.
Hari Hari Bol. Vansakalpatarubhas.
Thank you so much, Prabhu Mataji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your wonderful association for 3 days, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.